Hey, welcome to another how-to video, and today it's going to be how to drink wines. Hey there, SG Alcohol Guy here, making use of my wines and spirits certifications to give you tips on how to drink your alcohols. As mentioned, today is going to be a video on how to drink wines. So I'm going to explain a few things in this video. Number one is, how to open the bottle using, various tools. Number two, I'm going to explain to you what they do at restaurants when they serve wines to you. And number three, how to look professional when tasting the wines. Now to begin, we are going to open the wines. Today I've chosen a corked bottle. It's less dramatic when you have a screw cap, so we're choosing a corked bottle for this video. Now this is a very typical bottle opener. We call this the waiter's friend, and this video is going to show you as well how to use this in its entirety. First off, a blade. The idea for this blade is to, remove the wax around the cork. So it's up to you whether you want to cut, at the top of this bottle here or below. Keep the blade, right? It's really sharp, so always keep the blade first. Second, you're going to have obviously the corkscrew. Now you can see on this waiter's friend there's a couple of layers here. This is to act as a lever to, make it easy for you to remove the cork from the bottle. Obviously, screw it in. Doesn't matter whether it's side or the middle, it will just go in noisily. Now again, doesn't matter how far you pull it in, as long as you can see, I'm using the very first part here as a lever at the mouth of the bottle, and you lift. It can only go up to a certain amount, so once it's there, use the second part and then lift it up. And voila, that's it. A lot of people smell the cork to look professional. Don't do that. It's just going to smell dry. You will never get a true taste of the wine from the cork. What I'm doing is I'm letting the wine breathe. Okay, some of you might use a decanter if you're intending to finish the whole bottle in one sitting. What a decanter does is it decants. And to decant simply means you're letting the wine breathe. It takes in, it changes its texture. It becomes a lot more flavorful, and it sort of allows anything that's stale to escape. So breathing wine is very important. And that leads me to step two, how they serve the wines in restaurants. So what they do is normally the waiter will pour a very little bit into your glass and then step away and wait. Alright, so what you're supposed to do at this point is pretty simple. Obviously, if the bottle has just been opened and it's poured immediately, it will smell stale. So even if you do this straight away, you're like, a bit dry, a bit musty. What you're supposed to do is to swirl the wine. Now, gently, you don't have to use a lot of strength for it. Once you swirl the wine, now this is what I like to do personally. I like to see how long it takes for the legs to come down the sides of the glass. So this wine takes about 15 seconds, 15-20 seconds, to go down from where I swirled it to, back to where the level was. So this means this wine will most likely last 15 to 20 seconds at the back of my throat. Once you have swirled it at the restaurant in front of the waiter, what you do is then you nose the wine. Nose it, hold your breath, and then exhale through your nose again. So the main idea is see if you can detect any sourish notes. You're not going to know how flavorful, how fantastic the wine is. The idea is to ensure there's no sourish notes. That's for the initial pour. Okay? Once you've done that, then you take your sip, which is step 3, how to taste the wine professionally. Take the sip, let the wine roll over your tongue, right? You can let it roll it side to side, back to front if you want to, just don't gargle. Swallow it, and then with your mouth closed, exhale through your nose again. So this allows the flavor of the wine to travel on your tongue. Once you swallow it, the balance is exhaled through your nose, which has actually more senses than your tongue. So you really get to enjoy how the wine really tastes like. A lot of people like to think that, oh, wines, you can store it for 20, 30 years and that's it. Not really true. First of all, wines can be stored for a long time if you store them properly, right? Whether you're living in Singapore where it's really warm, or you're in a country that has multiple seasons, there's 4 seasons. Get yourself a wine chiller where it can regulate and maintain a fixed temperature for your wines. And there you have it, how to drink wines professionally at a restaurant and how to store wines as a bonus. So I hope you enjoyed this video, this guide on how to drink wines. Happy drinking!